All right, so this is a rechargeable battery circuit where there are two methods of detection for end of charge that have been implemented, and there's also two modes. So I'm just using nickel cadmium, little 600 milliamp hour, 1.2 volt batteries. I have 4 of them in series. So there are two charge modes. One of them is your quick charge, which uses a much higher current to charge them. It charges at about, I have it set to, it'll charge at about capacity, so it charges at about 600 milliamps. It's currently not plugged in just because these batteries are already at full charge. And if I had it plugged in, then it would be, they get pretty hot pretty quick. And then the other mode is a trickle charge mode, which typical, industry standard, at least for these batteries, is 1/10 of capacity. Mine charges is about, probably a little less than that. So right now it's on trickle charge mode and it's charging at here the 0.02 amps. And it can sit like this forever, basically, without doing any damage to the batteries. Fast charge, like I said, it's about 0.6 amps, and once the batteries get to full charge, it'll do quite a bit of damage to them if it doesn't drop back down to trickle mode. There's two methods of detection, like I said. The first one, which is pretty easy, is temperature. So I have an adjustable temperature circuit here that will trigger a MOSFET to shut down into just this regular trickle mode whenever the batteries get too hot. To simulate that without hurting my batteries, I have a heat gun here, so and you saw there, so the LED here went from, the green LED indicates it's fine, that it's trickle charging, and the yellow LED there indicates that your thermistor is too hot. So if I were to plug it in right now, it would just default back to the 0.02 amps. So I'll let it cool down there for a second, and then I'll plug it in here, and I'll put it back into that high capacity charging mode, and I'll show you the power supply to show that we're getting the about 0.05 or 0.6 amps there. To be able to shoot this and plug it in at the same time. So yeah, it'll jump up here to about 0.6 amps, and then it'll pretty quickly jump back down just because the batteries get super hot. So there it is, about 0.57, and then it jumps back down.